Hey everyone, so we are going to be doing a home workout today. So first of all, I'm going to film this video which will have all the different varieties of the exercises, right through from beginner level to intermediate to advanced. And this will give you enough kind of intensity to get a really good workout in. The way it's going to work is it's going to be 1 minute on, as many reps as possible. So the idea is that you go at your pace and to your abilities. And then you'll have a 15-second changeover period. So that's when you'll change to the next exercise. The idea is that I'll have a timer going, so you'll just be able to basically pop this video up either on your phone, on your TV, on your laptop, and just basically follow the program as I run it live. So let's get into the exercises. So the first exercise we are going to be doing is a squat. And I realise as well, like some people don't feel comfortable squatting. So the idea is that you utilise a chair. Any chair will do. So if you are a beginner, essentially all you're going to be doing is sitting down and standing back up again. So that is the beginner's version. If you are a little bit more advanced than that, then you can just move into a body weight squat. So down and up. And then if you are a little bit more advanced than that and you have some external weight, then essentially you'll be moving into a weighted squat. So following that, you'll then have a press up. So up to you once again how you do this. If you're a beginner, you just want to use essentially a wall, hands about shoulder width apart, feet about hip wide, and you're just going to come down and push back up again. If you're then a little bit more advanced than that, then you're going to basically do a kneeling press up. And then if you're a bit more advanced than that, into a full press up. All right, the next one will be a cardio aspect. So you'll basically be going into either a walk or a jog. So you'll just be basically walking on the spot or jogging on the spot. Obviously, if you have more room, you can go kind of up and down, make use of it. The next one will be a bent over row. So if you are a beginner level, essentially you just want to utilise some home products such as some cans, and essentially you're just basically going to get into that bent over row position and you're going to row and back down again. If you're a little bit more advanced than some cans, basically what I suggest is find yourself a gym bag, full of books. So this is just me putting a whole lot of books essentially in a gym bag to make it weighted, and then straight away you have the ability to do a bent over row. And then if you're a little bit more advanced than that and you've got a bit more equipment, then you can move into a normal weighted bent over row. Alright, and then next up will be an abdominal exercise. So this is going to be a push to the sky. So you can either do this weighted or unweighted. So the idea is hands up, and you're just going to basically move to that point where you can feel that contraction through the abdominals. So it's not a very big movement. You want to basically crunch the abdominals up and back down again. And once again, if you're a little bit more advanced, then you can pick up a weight, do it with a weight, and just push that weight to the ceiling. The movement though should be very slow. Okay, so that would be one round done. Next we will go into some lunges. So once again, if you're a bit of a beginner or you're a little bit unstable on your feet, utilise a chair. Just go down as far as you feel comfortable. So if that's all you feel comfortable with, then that's fine. But if you can go all the way down, even better. And then obviously you will just alternate which way you go. So one that way, turn around, and then onto the other leg. So that's with stability. If you're a little bit more advanced, so you feel comfortable on your feet, then you will just basically be doing alternating lunges just with your body weight. And then once again, if you feel more advanced, then you can add in an external weight. Okay, so now we are on to a shoulder press, so onto a press exercise. So if you're a beginner, you'll go back to your home cans and essentially up and back down again. If you feel more advanced than that, and you've got some heavier weight, or even maybe a milk bottle, or you could use the bag, and then essentially up and back down again. Okay, and then next up would be a cardio aspect. So we've got star jumps. So if you don't feel comfortable jumping, then essentially you can kind of just go in and out, and that way essentially you're not kind of having to jump. If you do feel more advanced and you feel like you're quite capable jumping, then obviously it's just out and in. And then we're going to move to a pull exercise. So then we're going to move to an upright row. So once again, if you feel kind of very like more at a beginner level, then you can just basically use cans, and we're just pulling upright to the chin. If you feel a little bit more advanced, then you can use your weighted bag that is just a sports bag, and once again just pulling up and back down again. And obviously you can change the weight of the bag just by putting more or less books in. And then if you do have some equipment and you feel a little bit more advanced, then obviously we've got the bar. Alright, and then we go back into an abdominal exercise, so we're going to go into a plank. So if you're a beginner, you can kind of just utilize your knees to hold that plank position. If you're a bit more advanced, you go into a hold, and then if you are super advanced, you can go into essentially like holding just one arm, or even you can just take one leg off. Alright, so that would be another round. That's another round of a leg exercise, a push exercise, a cardio exercise, a pull exercise, and an abdominal exercise. So we go into another round, and essentially we're going to start again with a leg exercise. So once again, you'd want to utilize your chair. We're going to be doing a thruster. So essentially that is a squat into a press. And the first one would just be squat, press, squat, press. If you're a little bit more advanced, then you could use either your cans or your bag, your weighted bag, and then essentially you need to get your books kind of feeling pretty level, press above and back down again. And then if you do have a bit more weight or something that's a little bit easier to hold in your house, you can obviously just do this with essentially no support of that chair, so just up and down. Okay, and then we would be going into a press exercise. So we'll be going into a floor press. So once again, you can do this with your cans, with the bag, or with some weight. So essentially it's just a press and back down again. You can do it with the bag, that makes it easier. Or you can do it if you have like maybe some milk bottles, if they're a bit heavier, or just with some dumbbells or external weight if you have them. Alright, so that's your floor press. Then we would be going into a cardio aspect. So depending on how fit you're feeling or how maybe tired you're feeling at this point, you can either go into side to side, which would just be like a side to side movement. Or if you feel a little bit more energetic, then you could just do it really quick. Or if you're feeling super advanced or super energetic, then you can move into burpees. So burpees, out, in, up, out, in, up. So depending on how energetic you're feeling. And then we're going to go into a pull exercise. So we go into a deadlift. So you can do this as essentially just picking an object up off the ground. So we can run with our bag, our weighted bag. And essentially what you'll be doing is basically lifting this up and back down again. You could also do that with a bucket. If you had like a bucket and you filled it full of like heavy novels or books, then that would be the same situation. So lifting that up, making sure that that back is really strong and straight the whole time. Or if you've got something a little bit heavier, then obviously you can do that with a dumbbell. So once again, strong back, up, and back down again. Okay. And then essentially we would move into an abdominal exercise. So this one will be a side twist. So if you're a beginner, feet on the ground and just rotating side to side, you should feel it through those obliques. Perfect. And then if you're a bit more advanced, then feet off the ground and rotating. And then if you're more advanced than that, feet off the ground, rotating with some weight. All right, so that would see us through another round, and we'll be on to our last round. So our last lot of exercises. Once again, starting with a leg exercise. So this would be walking lunges. So if you're a beginner, just holding onto a wall or handrail, or you could just use your steps at home if you do have some stairs. And essentially you'll just be going down as far as you can. If you feel more comfortable, then you'll go all the way down. Or you're just using the wall for some stability. If you feel more comfortable, then obviously you'll just be doing full kind of walking lunges, no support. And then if you feel even more comfortable, you'll add in some form of external weight and just be doing some walking lunges. All right, and then next one would be bicep curl to press. So pressing exercise again. So once again, utilizing the cans. So bicep curl into press, back down, bicep curl, press, and then back down again. So obviously you'll just be changing the weight depending on how much you can lift or you feel comfortable with. And once again, you could use the bag, the weighted book bag if you needed. All right, then the next one would be a cardio exercise. So this would be high knees. So if you're a beginner, you'll just be basically raising each knee up. And you can also use the wall for support if you feel a little bit unbalanced. If you're more advanced, then you'll just be going up and down as quick as you can. All right, so then we will go into an RDL. So this is a pulling exercise. So once again, this depends on what level you're at. If you feel you're at a beginner level, utilize your cans. The idea is that you keep looking to the horizon, straight back, push your glutes back. Your glutes should be the leader. Think about pushing your glutes up to the ceiling. You should feel a nice stretch down these hamstrings. Just go as low as you feel comfortable, then back up again. So this is a nice slow exercise. The idea, the slower you feel or go on those hamstrings, the more stretch you're going to get. And you can do that with the bag or the dumbbell. So this would be an example of the bag, holding the bag, pushing those glutes back, nice and slow, and then back up again. All right, and then finally, we do a abdominal exercise. So this would be leg lowers. So if you are a beginner, the idea is that you want your back flat on the ground. So you come up with the feet, and essentially if you're a beginner, you're just going to basically drop one leg down, nice and slowly, and then back up again. You want to keep that back nice and flat. If you're more advanced, then you can basically just place your hands underneath you, come down as far as you can until that back starts to round. When the back starts to round, you know that you need to come back up again. And then if you are super advanced, you can come down until you feel that position and then back up again. Okay, so that would be all your exercises done. So the idea is we're doing a 1 minute AMRAP, 10 to 15 seconds change over time, and we've got 20 minutes worth of exercise. So this will get everything going. This will get your heart rate going. It's a fantastic way to get exercising in the house. Thanks for watching.